Hi guys, how are you? My name is Lois Gidiga and I am a regulated Canadian and refugee consultant here in Canada, Calgary, Alberta. And I work at Milele Immigration Services, Canada. Now, my friend, hey, see, Canada is making changes 3 times a day, like medication. So many changes that are spreading havoc and fear, and at times I feel like I'm overwhelmed by the number of questions in my inbox every day. But I'm just here to, address this issue and give my opinion. Okay, this is just my opinion. Don't take this. This is not legal advice. So just take it with a little pinch of salt. Okay, all right. Now, we've heard that Canada is reducing immigration numbers, and that is true. Okay, that is true. We've all seen the minister issue statements every day, all right? Now, they've said that they are reducing targets by 20%. What does that mean? Does it mean that Canada is closing immigration? Because that's what everybody is saying right now, okay? People are panicking. People are like, no, we can't apply anymore. You can't go to Canada now. Let's go to other countries. Canada is closed. Canada is not issuing visas. Canada is not doing this. My friend, they say they are reducing the numbers by 20%. What is 20%? We need to have the real perspective. What does 20% mean? Okay? Of course, the government is reducing these numbers of immigrants to try and stabilize the Canadian population, which has been growing exponentially, and then we have crisis with housing and employment and blah, 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 blah. Okay, we've heard that. Now, previously, the Canadian government had issued immigration targets of about 500,000 people per year. Okay, so what they've done is now they have rolled back those numbers, and they have said in 2025 they will now bring 395,000. Okay, in 2026 they will bring 380,000 people. In 2027 they will bring 365,000 people. My opinion, I wouldn't hold my breath on this. And I wouldn't hold my breath on this post-election. Of course, right now they are going to address, they're trying to address the issues, and I understand, and they're addressing that. But this is not set on stone. Okay? These numbers, when we look at these numbers of 20, let's just look at 2025, 395. What I want to tell you, and you can go back in history, check the statistics, and see that the projected numbers for 2025, 26, and 27, they are still way over the immigration numbers we had pre-pandemic, when they were bringing about 300,000 people. Okay, so does that mean that immigration was not working? No, immigration was working. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that immigration was working before pandemic. We had this boom post-pandemic, and now we are rolling back because we realized that we were running too fast. Okay, we are just resting a little bit, but immigration will continue. So what does that mean? What that means, and when I look at immigration, and we have constant changes, I believe that they are going to announce changes as needed. Okay, because they are looking at Canadians' best interest at this point. So changes will keep coming. Guys, again, I said I wouldn't hold my breath post-election, especially an election is next year. I feel like Canadian immigration, and maybe it's the same thing with other immigration in other countries. It's like the stock market, we have the bear market, we have the bull market. It's always a rise and fall, a rise and fall. We crash and then we have a boom, we crash and then we have a boom. Okay, so the only constant thing I know with the stock market, and that is with the Canadian market, is that it will bounce back. Canadian immigration will bounce back. Okay, that is the only constant thing that I know. Okay, so does this then mean that Canada will be closing? No, it does not. It's not closing anything. They are just reducing the numbers. However, the current rhetoric out there is that Canada is closing its borders. Nobody will be able to go to Canada, sending panic everywhere. in every market, just like I said, in the stock market, even when the stock market is crashing, the people who make money, okay, people make money when everybody is fearful. With Canadian immigration, people who will succeed are the ones who will still pursue this in this fearful state, not the people who will pack their bag, people who will fold their tails and walk away. Okay, my people, it's the people who will still stay courageous and still march and still pursue their dreams even in this panic, because as I said, they are not closing their borders. Okay, so what does that tell you then? If I were you, if I'm Dina, I would apply, but make sure that you put your best foot forward. This is not the time to put flimsy applications. Okay, this is not that time. This is a time to look at eligibility and see how best can I emerge, because at this time it's going to be survival for the fittest. So how can I make sure that I'm among the fit people who will be able to finish this race? If you're denied, because I'm seeing a lot of refusals just for the sake, and maybe not just for the sake, maybe it's because they have the right numbers that they want. If you're denied, apply again. And if you're denied again, apply again. I'm seeing people applying 4 or 5 times, and eventually some of them are being approved, depending also on the timing, because you gotta be ready when the opportunity knocks. Right? So apply if denied and reapply. I know it's hard, but reapply and reapply. Stay ready and work undercover to make sure that you qualify. And especially when we're talking of these priorities that Canada is presenting, that I shall be talking about in my next video. Explore these categories and see how would these categories apply in my life. And if you really don't know how you can utilize or take advantage of the current categories in demand and the priorities in Canada, you want to reach out and book a consultation. Come, let's talk. Let's look at your profile. Let's look at it critically and see what is the roadmap. What is your roadmap? Let's come up with a roadmap. Let's come up with some good strategies that can still see you succeed in this fearful market. So guys, I hope this gives you some hope. Okay, Canada hasn't closed. Otherwise, we would all have closed and packed our bags and gone home. We are here, we are serving people, and we will continue to serve people, because as I said, okay, the courageous will still become successful. So kindly, if you need my legal advice, please head on to my website, www.milele Immigration Services, and book that consultation. And I hope to see you soon. Bye now.